Whoa, what's happening? It's the Zany Pals, the craziest show. Oh.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Poverty Pass. Today we're gonna go out. We're going to just
talk about how you properly fucking.
We're just gonna straight up kill a man, all right?
Hey, we're gonna talk about how you fucking.
We're to check us out. You know, hit the bell.
Get the knife. You stab a guy. Okay. Welcome. We actually deceived you. This isn't the funny guys. This isn't the British guys. This is the Poverty Pals.
Yes.
Thank you. You might have been scared there for a second, but we'll hug you well. Okay, so
if I would describe Poverty Pals podcast as anything, it would be a warm, nice hug.
Exactly. It's
from a smelly hobo.
Yeah, it's very nice. Oh my god. So you might have noticed the extreme povertinos, the Party Pals, who are constantly in the Party Pals building, looking around.
You mean people who follow us on Twitter?
Yeah, you might have noticed there wasn't an upload 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
or a few weeks ago, and you're like, whoa, what happened? Well, what happened? Okay, so I want to start off the podcast with this story because I need to get it out before anything else.
All right.
Now, about 2 weeks ago from now, I had what I would describe as the worst week I've ever had in my life. And let me tell you. All of this beautiful story, it starts on Sunday, okay? It's
the day after we've had our hangout.
Yeah, the day after tomorrow. And we
were taking a break from recording that day.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I become a sick little boy, okay? Yes. I'm a sick little man. And I'm like, oh no, do I have the Brovid? Do I have the Brovid? And and so, you know, I'm...
And I might add, I did not wake up sick.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
Yeah.
No, I did not get infected with anything.
Yeah. Okay, and so, yeah, I'm scared. Oh no, I'm sick. What's happening? And so I start arranging to get my funny test. And let me tell you, getting a test is really obnoxious. So you gotta book the time. You gotta go pick it up, and you gotta go back to your place. You gotta do it. Then you gotta put it in the goddamn mailbox or whatever.
Now, I want you to explain, what do you do in this test?
Okay, so let me tell you. This is the entire story. But I should mention first that the test actually got pushed forward a few days, and I'll explain that in the next part of this tornado of terror I'm weaving here for you. So the way you get it is you book the time, you come in, you get the things. It's a nice little plastic bag which has like some test tubes, some shit in it, some real science man things.
Wow.
And what you do is you take out, you're supposed to pour this like weird goo, I think saltwater liquid, into some sort of test tube. Like you open it, and then you take the swabs, to get epic cotton swabs, and you begin by you swab the back of your throat for like 20 seconds. That's the first one, and you put that in the salt mixer, you mix it around. Then you gotta do both your nostrils, and you gotta get deep in there, swab the fuck around in there. Get them from both of them, swab around, and then basically that test tube contains the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did not have to come in a tube?
No, unfortunately not. But I did it anyway, so in case they needed it. That's my daily routine. I come in my test tubes. Okay, so, but I should. This is where the story is stopped, and it's like, wait, how did we get to this situation? And the tape rolls back, do a little VHS effect, like that, and. So, I was initially going to get the test on Tuesday. Because, can't do shit on Sunday. So,
true.
Yeah. But that didn't end up happening. And let me tell you why. This is actually a bit of a Party Pals lore continuing from the last few podcasts. This is a continuation on the lore. If you pay attention, the conceptual continuity of the Poverty Pals.
Get on with it.
If you will. Yeah. Okay, so... I mentioned a few podcasts ago that I had a heavy nosebleed while in town, and and in quotes I said, I think it's normal. I think I just get that, during this time of year because it's dry and it's cold outside, and that does tend to happen. But let me tell you, dear poverty friends, it wasn't normal. And on one particular Tuesday night, I couldn't sleep because, you know, I kept getting, you know, occasional little nosebleeds, little ones, you know, here and there. And so I couldn't lie properly because if I lied on my side, it started to fucking come out, and it was miserable. And it was like 4 a.m. and I couldn't sleep because, okay, let me tell you the hell this was, okay? Okay, Povertinos, I want you to imagine this. So, your left nostril is stuffed up because you have a sickness. And so you can't be proper from that one. Your right one, you get constant nosebleeds from. And so you can't do nothing.
With your nose.
Yeah. And so basically, you... and when you put in a cotton swab, it's like impossible. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during about 5 a.m., I would say, suddenly a nosebleed comes on. Let me tell you, it's not normal because you know, lying back on my pillow, the way gravity works normally is that blood should come down your face because, you know, that's the thing with lying on your back. It can't. You know, just come out like that. Let me tell you, it started flowing up my face, up my forehead, into my hair. It's like, oh my god, and I ran to the bathroom.
My fuck.
And I was prepared because I'd done it several times, but it was not like the others. It was like horrifying. I was literally like fucking spewing blood, and like it was you know, I've said it several times again, but not normal.
No, I'm worrying about something really fucking bad here.
Yeah, so what I felt like a demon. I literally, like, that was the moment in my life where I felt the most dehumanized. So I was like, oh my god, what's going on?
Okay, love, honestly, to lay both viewers and my voice to rest, you don't got, like, brain cancer or anything, do you?
Well, that's the funny part. I do. No, that's my announcement. Okay, but no, the story has a semi-happy ending, even though it was the worst shit ever. So... I was desperate. I like, holy shit. I grabbed my phone. I called the Swedish equivalent of 911, which is 112, yes. if you wanted to know. I talked to the woman, and let me tell you, all the stories they tell you about the 911 operators, it's true. They sound so jaded, and it feels so infectial. I'm just like, oh god, I can't. I'm something horrible is happening. I'm dying. And you know, I speak to them for a while. I give them a bunch of, you know, my information where I live, blah blah blah. And they're just like, okay, we're not gonna call an ambulance. And
what?
And then they hang up. And I'm just like, oh god, and it won't stop. And the worst part is that what you're normally supposed to do with nosebleeds is that you're supposed to, you know, I didn't notice, but the technique you're supposed to do is you're supposed to bow your head slightly forward, and I believe that's so like the blood doesn't start flowing down your throat or whatever. And, you know, hold the bottom part of your nose, and you're supposed to put something cold up here, and that's supposed to seal up the blood vessels or whatever.
Alright.
Yeah, and I did that because the woman on the phone said, okay, do that, because I was like, I don't think I should do that, I don't think it's going to work. I was like, okay, so I started to do that, and let me tell you, I started to feel something, it started to build up. It wasn't normal, as I said, and it just started to build up, and I was like, oh no, when I release this, and I released it, and just into the fucking sink.
Oh my lord!
It was like, oh my god, it was so bad. But at that point, when she hung up and she wouldn't call the ambulance, I was like, oh my god, well, okay, I have to make my way to the emergency room. So I got dressed, and I was so fucking tired because I hadn't been able to sleep. So I hobbled my way to the fucking emergency room, looking like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there was this blood everywhere on my face, just drying down like that.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so...
It's like you've been fucking mauled by an animal.
Yeah, exactly. I did look like it. And I just made my way there, and as soon as I got into the building, they sat me down, they were like, okay, give me some epic cotton. I sat there, and suddenly it started coming out, and I was like, oh god, there's more, how is there more? And eventually, they were like, okay, so we're gonna fix this. They sat me down in a chair, and they started to like do all manner of science shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave me they gave me an epic popsicle that I was supposed to suck on because that was supposed to seal them up slightly.
Oh, I thought it was just to make you happy.
Yeah, exactly. But they had to stop the bleeding. So they had to do a bunch of shit. They like, I don't know. They were doing a bunch of thingies to me in a chair, and what they realized, what had to be done was to, and this is the official phrasing. It's called soldering your nose, but they're not actually burning anything. It's just a saying, because maybe that's what they used to do. But basically, a blood vessel towards the bottom of my nose had been fucked. Medically speaking. It was like, you know, sometimes they burst and then it becomes really fucked. And so they had to seal it up. And what they did was they got a bunch of cool chemicals. They did a bunch of shit. And they got like the swabs real deep in my fucking... I don't know. They did a bunch of crazy science shit. I got out. And then I couldn't eat for like 3 hours. And and I got home. And I was just like, oh my god. This is fucking misery. Because the cotton swab was in my nose. So I couldn't breathe out of that one. I was stuffed up in this one. And so that was pretty bad. But and so I try to have a little nap when I get home because I'm like, God damn, I need to sleep. And amazing enough, you'd think this is where the story ends. This is not where the story ends. And that day, I was like, okay, I gotta make some food. So I decided I'm gonna make some macaroni and meatballs.
Swedish classic.
Exactly, a Swedish Italian classic. So I turn on the stove, and let me tell you, folks, I didn't turn on the right stove thingy because there's 4 tops on it.
Yeah.
I accidentally turned on the wrong one.
Oh.
And you know what was on the one I accidentally turned on was not the pan. In fact, it was I had just casually thrown my gloves next to the stove, and onto the table, the kitchen thing, and. They were accidentally leaning against the one that I accidentally turned on. And so what happened was, I went back, I sat in the couch as it was boiling up. And I will never forget this because sincerely, I know I'm doing funny memes that I'm talking about the funny story right now, but I think this gave me actual trauma. I looked back and it was like slow motion. I just looked back and I see out of the opening of the door, this fucking fireball on top of the stove. And it was my gloves that were on fire. And it was insane adrenaline. I just fucking ran over. And I got the water and I started heaving the water on it. And I put it out and...
fucking lord!
And so basically my gloves were fucked. But I was like, you know what? It's warm now. Who cares? It won't get cold again. So,
no, that your gloves being fucked is the least of yours. At least... What you should be happy is that you didn't burn your fucking apartment down.
Yeah, but that's the... You know what's the terrifying thing about the situation? It isn't even necessarily the situation itself, because, I got it under control. The scary thing is, what would have happened if I'd closed the door?
Ooh.
If the door hadn't been open? What would have happened then?
Well, like I said, probably burnt down your apartment.
Yeah, and so
your new fucking apartment?
Jesus Christ. And so, and I had to run out to turn off the fire alarm, blah, 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 had to do that shit. And at that point, I'm gonna be honest, I just sat down on the fucking couch and I just fucking cried. I was just like, this is too much, this is just, I can't deal with this anymore. And yeah, and that was the tornado of terror that was that week. But I haven't gotten a single nosebleed since, so they fixed the thing. I'm slowly recovering from that incident.
Jeez, I kind of want to give you a hug, but I know you don't like hugs.
No, it's fine, don't worry. but that, ladies and gentlemen, was the big story. And let me tell you, that was officially the point. After when the stove fire happened, I was just like, I'm not getting a Party Palz video out this week. There's no fucking way I'm doing any of that shit.
I mean, I told you, because you said you were sick.
Yeah.
I was like, don't worry about it. Just relax, heal up.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So I assumed the reason it didn't go up because, you were sick and you were just too tired or too sick.
That was part of the reason.
Part of it, but a lot of other shit.
Yeah. But let me tell you, one upside, when I was fucking spewing blood on the floor, this is an upside that most people don't have. While I was literally dying, I had a thought in the back of my head, I was like, oh my god, this would make a great story for podcast.
It's the same thing when I was waiting for the bus to go to the emergency room because I had a fucking thing with my nuts.
Yeah. So now, yeah.
So, love, we had somewhat similar experiences.
Yep.
I don't know which is worse because I think, well, for me, the worst part wasn't the in the moment thing. The worst part of it was the healing.
Yeah.
That was the big fucking just, oh god.
Yeah.
Letting my nuts heal after the surgery.
Yeah. So, fun times.
So, well, I've had some bad shit happen to me.
Yeah.
Nothing as bad as that.
Yeah.
But, that's a good thing. It will lighten the mood a little bit. With some of my stupid-ass escapades that I've had while you've been gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Escapade number 1.
Yeah.
This is just 3 major fuck-ups of mine, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck-up number 1. So, I mentioned in an earlier podcast how I got I got the vinyl of the Man-Eaters album. And, I don't have a record player.
Yeah.
I mainly bought it because I wanted to support the band. Yeah. So I was like, I'll have this as a nice little decoration, this album.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just put it, against one of my windows.
Yeah.
As a record collector, love, maybe you don't know this, and maybe you'll learn something here. This is either gonna break your heart, or you're just gonna be as a warning.
Yeah.
Love, never, ever let a record hit direct sunlight.
Whoa! Yeah, I've heard about that, how it's...
It's all bendy as it's fucking bended.
This happened from a few days of sunlight?
Yeah.
What in the fucking hell? Let me describe this to you, ladies and gentlemen. When you have a pancake on the stove and it's kind of fucked out, it's bubbling underneath? That's basically what this looks like. It even has the brown color. I mean, Jesus.
Well, the brown color is because it's a cheetah print.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, Man-Eaters.
I mean, fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's not subtle, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Wait, so hold on a second. So was the record itself just standing there? It
was in the sleeve.
It was in the sleeve.
Yeah, with the plastic too.
What in the fucking hell?
Maybe it's something to do with this cheetah print that is just more weaker to sunlight.
I actually have no idea what the fuck. Wait, that window you're standing up against, isn't that also and in combination?
When I say direct sunlight, I mean direct fucking sunlight.
Yeah, but also in combination with that, isn't it also above your little heater thing?
No, it was not there.
Okay,
it was not there.
Okay.
No, it was the sun. The sun did this.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, that record is fucked.
Oh yeah, it's beyond fucked.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not a record collector, and if I was, it would hurt me more.
Yeah.
But I mainly got this because I want to support, the band.
Yeah.
I still got the album sleeve with the cool art on it.
Yeah.
So, but still, just damn.
Yeah. At least now you can just put it as a decoration somewhere.
Something like that.
Yeah, but that thing you see with the bending thing, that's how people make those weird memorabilia thing where it's the bowls made of records.
Oh.
Where I've
never seen that before.
Yeah, they have a little thing in the middle and it's shaped like a bowl. Yeah. Well, yeah, records are sensitive to that shit.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was fuck up number 1. Here comes fuck up number 2. So.
That's what my mom said when I was born.
Wouldn't it be number 3?
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh. So. Speaking of windows, I was going to open one of my windows in my bedroom.
Ooh.
Now this window had a little crack in it. A little crack. Well, I pushed on the thing, to open the window because... Okay, so I know that windows here are different from America, how they open. Our windows open up it's kind of like a door.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't, you don't lift it up or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have many of those.
So pushing on it like a door.
Yeah.
Had my hand against the glass. And it fucking shattered.
Yeah.
The window shattered.
It's fine.
Luckily, this window is 2 layers of glass.
Yeah.
So only the first layer broke.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Again, lucky as shit. Because what could have happened, I could have fucking cut my hand open.
Yeah, you definitely could.
And, broken both fucking things.
Yeah.
The entire window. Luckily that didn't happen.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But still, okay, shit, fuck.
And Kumbel tells me that the heat in this room hasn't changed, which makes me worry about the isolation in this house. Because
the isolation in this house is really weird.
Yeah, because if that doesn't... Yeah.
Let's just say this house was dude, one day, my parents found this place, it was abandoned.
Yeah.
They did a lot, everything you see here is done by them.
Yeah.
The reason why it's in any fucking livable condition.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Yeah, so it's very DIY.
It's vintage.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, so that was that. And here comes fuck up number 3.
I should have waited for that too. That I could have made.
So, some people on Twitter might know about this. But, you know, I was curious. I was been kind of curious. There's this one American sweet. There's American bakery that everyone knows. Twinkies.
Yes.
And I always been curious, ever since that good old movie Zombieland.
Yeah.
I've always been curious, man, what does a fucking Twinkie actually taste like? Well, I decided, fuck it. I'm gonna buy myself a box of Twinkies.
Yeah.
And I did. And I got the box.
Yeah.
And I had 2 of them. A couple hours later, I had the worst diarrhea I had in my fucking life.
Oh no. Yeah.
I don't think American food is made for Swedish people to consume.
American food is not made for human consumption.
Yeah.
I think I've had a Twinkie before, and they're like okay.
It's like, you know, the taste is like, they're not great.
Oh.
One thing I will say, fucking Lord, American I don't know if it's just Twinkies, but I think just American baked goods, baked bullshit,
bingies.
Hostess shit. I don't fucking know. God damn, they're way sweeter than any fucking thing we have here in Sweden.
Sugar all over the place.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the interesting things that, like, some people might not know that, like, basically all products that all American products that are in Sweden are like completely different. They're completely different. Like,
yeah, well, that's because they have to go through our, the
regulation type thing.
Yeah, our version of the what were they called?
The FDA food dingus activity.
Or I think I would definitely say the Swedish one is a lot stricter.
Yeah, definitely.
Than the American one. More just like focus on making sure that the food is actually,
Yeah, consumable. Yeah, but and like you can actually directly, if you're a Swede right now listening to this in your fucking little ice hut, let me tell you. You can actually test this if you go to a supermarket that has American things and you see, like, for example, if you see an American Dr. Pepper, buy a can of that and then buy a Swedish one, and you can actually notice that the American one, it'll make you your tummy will feel weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that happens to Americans too. Yeah. I think it happened worse to me because, I've been brought up on a Swedish diet.
Yeah.
Of Swedish food. So when my stomach got those 2 Twinkies, it was like, what the fuck is this waste?
Yeah.
Get it out!
Exactly. And fucking... That's a big Twinkie.
Yeah, no. It was funny. It's like, I was intending to save those, trying those Twinkies to today. To try them with you.
Yeah.
Thank fuck I didn't!
Yeah.
Thank fuck I tried them before that, because otherwise, a couple hours from now... Oh man, when we would have been watching South Park, we would have been on the fucking shitter.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still got a couple Twinkies in that box.
Huh. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to give you any, just because I fear what it might do to you.
I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to have a nibble of one, have a piece of one, and see if it does anything to me.
I would like you to do it while you're at home.
Yeah, sure.
Not here.
Yeah.
We don't need the end of the hang to be you on the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm never having a Twinkie again after that. It's fucking awful.
Yeah. Luckily, you won't have to worry about that because I think they stopped producing them in America.
Well, they stopped and then they brought them back.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's some of the fucking shit that's been happening. That's my trio of fuck-ups.
Yep. So good times for all so far in the podcast, as you can tell. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Okay, so I guess what have I done this week? Well, this week was less eventful. I mean, how couldn't it have been? I suppose I bought some things.
Oh, really?
I bought some records.
Oh.
I'll talk about some shit I bought. I found I found this Swedish prog band called Kaipa, and I bought their first album from 1975. And let me tell you, it's some sweet shit. If you're a progmeister, listen to that shit. And the reason I actually found them was because I wanted to see if Swedish prog was shit or not. Because I remember I sat down on the couch and we were talking about that. And I was just like, hey, I don't need to see this. And no,
I don't know.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There is a thing in Sweden that is called prog, but it's not actually prog as known around the rest of the world. It's something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe the 80s variety, because 80s was
Probably.
a bad time for...
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I just know about it because I know a lot of people claim that shit to be Swedish punk.
Yeah.
But a lot of people I know who are punks from Sweden don't like that fucking music at all.
That doesn't make sense. I don't know about that one.
It's the equivalent to how 2000's fucking Good Charlotte is called punk rock.
Yeah.
And how someone like me and many others are be like, don't you fucking dare say that.
Yeah. I'll do. If you want a general rule, hey, if you're new to older music, here's a general rule: any band that started in the earlier half of the 70s or the 60s will turn to shit in the 80s. That's basically just a general rule, except with a few really good exceptions.
Yeah.
But yeah, most bands did just turn to shit in the 80s. It's amazing. There's a reason that hardcore punk became a thing. Because bands just started to become old and make shittier music.
Well, mainly it's just like a lot of the fucking first couple punk bands from the 70s turned to either post-punk or like new wave. Yeah. Some of them did it well, I would say, but a lot of them didn't. A lot of them was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I would say Stiff Little Fingers that went down that road and it didn't turn out well, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, the second album I bought yesterday on the Friday, and it's an album I've heard about for a long time, but that I've never actually delved into. But it's an album by a band called The Residents, called Eskimo, and this statement will hold weight for anyone who knows the kind of music I listen to. It is the strangest album I've ever heard in my life, because what it is it's the way it's described on the page is that it's...
This comes from a man who thinks Trout Mask replica is normal.
No, I don't think
it can listen to that.
I used to listen to that so much that I like it. It almost became white noise in 2017. But
oh my lord.
Okay, so listen, I like chaos in music. Okay, so Eskimo. It's an album that is described on the package as a autobiographical real experience of life within the Arctic, and what it is it's like kind of dark ambient music where like with these like ominous background layers with homemade instruments on top and chanting. The stuff they chant is mostly commercial slogans and bullshit. What? Like, and it's supposed to be a parody of the way Americans view Inuit culture. Mm-hmm. And for example, like the last song is called The Festival of Death, and the chanting on, I didn't realize this the first time I listened to it, but what they're chanting is Coca-Cola is life, and I couldn't hear that at first, but and basically the record comes with a description for every song of the events that take place. Like the first song is called The Walrus Hunt, and it the beginning almost sounds like the first song on Demon Days by the Gorillaz, if anyone's ever heard that. They're like the ominous like, and then it's just these sounds of like creepy, distorted chanting, and then you hear like somebody throw a spear at a walrus and goes, oh! Everyone should listen to the first song on that album because you need to...
Can this be found on the internet?
Oh, of course. I mean, and no, this is the weirdest fucking part about it. It's not only, like, it's so fucking strange, but it's popular. It's one of the most popular, like, I don't know, like avant-garde albums. It was almost nominated for a Grammy.
What?
It's so fucking weird, and yet it's like weirdly popular. Yeah, and so I bought that on vinyl, and I basically what the test I did was I went in the Frank Zappa Discord, I went into the physical media section, and I just asked, is this album good? Should I get it? And everyone was like, yes, get it. And so I got it, and I listened to it for the first time on the record player, and I was like, I need to listen to that again. And when I listen to an album again, it's usually because I'm like, yeah, that was fucking awesome, that was pumping shit. But the reason I had to listen to this again is for the same reason you asked. I'm like, excuse me, what the fuck did you just say? And you know
would you care to repeat that?
And I listened to it 3 times that night, and
did you get it?
I kind of get it, but also I actually really like it now. The second last song on the album is called A Spirit Steals a Child, and the description on the gatefold is like, a small Eskimo child is left alone by the other hunters, and a dark spirit comes and steals him. And this, I can't even describe it. I don't know. But the cover of the album is awesome, and you've probably seen it because it's some very famous iconography.
Oh, okay.
Let me just. Everyone, Google Eskimo by the Residents, and you'll see this famous cover that you've probably seen iconography of elsewhere. And it reminds me of Wander Over Yonder, actually.
Huh? Oh, I feel like I have seen that before, actually.
Yeah, and I almost feel like Craig McCracken, the henchman from Wander Over Yonder, are inspired by the Residents.
Maybe.
Because they have the eyeball guys.
Yeah.
I think Craig McCracken made a new animated show recently.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was called Kid Cosmic.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, as in I've seen fan art of it.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe we should check that out.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It's like, I know we've ragged a lot on Western animation, but we have also, put Wander Over Yonder in high regards.
Yes, of course.
Because that one is actually fucking amazing.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So, ladies and gentlemen, I should mention to all the bimbies talking. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Poverty Pals.
Oh yeah,
and it's unfortunate that I got the illness because we could have timed it well.
Yeah, no,
but
we
fuck it.
I mean, we didn't have. Okay, at this point, I guess we can say, I can ask, are we actually going to do a thing for it?
No,
probably not. Well, we didn't have any big plans for it anyway. Yeah. My idea was, like, to just do a normal, like, video cast thing, but throughout the thing, just, like, we fucking eat a cake with our hands.
Yeah.
We don't mention, we just nonchalantly eat a cake with our hands.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, but, hey... Happy 1-year anniversary.
Happy 1-year anniversary to us.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to our silly little podcast.
Yeah.
It's been like epic. Oh God. Jesus Christ. My goodness.
My goodness gracious.
So, I'm trying to think.
Is there anything to talk about before we delve into music segment?
Well, I suppose, what I've been doing, what I did during my sick week, besides that one day, was I tried to do 100% Super Mario World, and I just watched a billion episodes of Kitchen Nightmares by Gordon Ramsay.
Oh man, we gotta watch some of that.
I fucking, like, unironically, I know that it's like the hip and, like, cool guy thing to say that, like, oh, the British one is so much better. It's not sensationalized, but, like, no, the American one is just better. It's just so much more fucking hilarious and how fucking insane it is. Just like. And, like, so, I don't know, some of the conditions, some of those restaurants freaks me out. Because my favorite part is when they have, like, footage of Gordon eating the dish they gave him, and then they have footage inside, they cut to them inside the kitchen, and they had this moldy bucket of shit that they're pouring out to the thing, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no. Hotel Hell is also pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Hotel Hell is fucking fantastic. Anyone interested should check out the first episode of Hotel Hell. It's this fucking weird snooty guy, and it's very funny.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, that's the meme I've been doing.
Well, mainly I haven't been doing much interesting lately. Mainly because I'm in that fucking part where it's just like, where it's just like, yay, I just finished up this big project, which is the third Lost Marble Blue comic, and I'm just, I'm just sitting there being like, what do I do now?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I guess I could rest.
Yeah.
But
that's scary. What do I... Oh.
Let's just say I'm already in the process of writing the fucking new script for the next one.
I'm
because I just get so fucking restless.
Yeah, exactly. It's rest is scary. You're like, what do I do?
Yeah, it's just like when you're a workaholic like me.
Because for me, it works for like 20 minutes. I can rest for 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, I finished the comic. I'll sit down. I'll watch them, and I'll be like, what now?
The thing is just like, it's just not that. It's just like, when I rest, I don't have a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch any shows, for example.
Yeah.
I don't play video games. So all I can really do is just like draw. Yeah. Because I'm not very into a lot of media shit. Yeah, no.
I've been like, I've been thinking in my head.
Main thing, like, what I would watch, like, when I'm on my off time is, you know, I think I said this before, but streams or either that or I just watch, like, a bunch of red letter media.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've just been, what's it called, thinking about what I'm going to do once I finish this insanely huge cartoon, and like some part of me is like, I need to rest after that. I can't get back to my project, but another part of me is like, we all know that isn't going to happen. I'm gonna rest for 2 days and then I'm gonna do some fucking shit. You know? Listen,
it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yay, it's good that we are artists who are very productive and like to work.
Yeah.
But god damn, it's draining.
Yeah.
It's like draining in a way where we don't notice it.
Yeah.
Until later. Where one day we'll just be like,
Yeah, exactly. I should mention this before we get into the thing. I watched a movie last Saturday, and I watched yet another Studio Ghibli movie. I watched Laputa, Castle in the Sky, from 1986. I think it's her second movie, and fucking, oh my god, fucking goddamn, I can't believe like how good it is. Like during it, I was just like, I can't believe how fucking creative and well done this is, and like it's almost as good as Kiki's Delivery Service. Like all those 80s movies are fucking insane.
Oh, check that out then.
Yeah, we got it, because I love the fucking robot design, I love the everything. Everyone, watch fucking Laputa Cast. Okay.
Well, before we get into music talk, of course, we're gonna talk about music movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, it's been a little while since last time,
It has been
but we do definitely remember which ones we watched.
Yeah.
First of all, we watched a fucking classic documentary.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking, like, one of the biggest rock documentaries ever made.
Yeah.
The Decline of Western Civilization.
Yeah, it's been so long, I was like, what the fuck did we watch? Yeah, The Decline of Western Civilization.
Yes.
Very nice.
It's a documentary made in the 80s covering the early years of the hardcore punk scene in LA.
Yeah.
You know, from 70, I think it's like 79 to like 80 something. Yeah. So the bands that are featured in this are, you know, really early stuff like The Germs. The Germs are definitely featured in this.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Black Flag, Circle Jerks, X, Fear. There's one new wave band I can't remember the name of.
Yeah.
But they were fucking good.
Yeah.
And let's see. Oh yeah, and Alice Bag band, you know, the Bags.
Yeah.
And some other I can't remember because I'm stupid.
Some shit.
Anyway, but yeah. And boy oh howdy.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's very interesting just to see like the normal... Not normal.
Yeah.
Very not normal. But just like the day-to-day life of these people back then. Like, for example, there's this part about Black Flag where they cover, basically, just go through where they live.
Yeah.
Which is this shitty little room in a place called The Church, which is literally just like an abandoned church that they rent out, like, you know, for people to live there.
Yeah.
And, you know, for example, there's this famous part where the singer at the time, Ron Race, where they show where he lives. It's a fucking closet.
Yeah, exactly. It's got
Yeah.
Oh, it was it's very cool to just, I don't know, see them hang out, because there's no way like mainstream media would have covered them at the time. So, it's just cool that there's footage of them hanging out and just being there.
Yeah, exactly.
That early on. It's pretty cool. And also, I love to see the live footage of the circle jerks. That was really cool. Keith Morris, it was fucking insane.
Oh yeah. But just in general, just the live footage of those fucking shows, because God, they were insane.
Yeah.
This was at a time where moshing was not safe.
Oh yeah.
This was when it was fucking actually dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, you could get your head kicked in.
Yeah, exactly.
At one of these shows. That's another thing I want to preface for people who don't know. The LA punk scene, back then, and for a long while in the 80s, was fucking, oh my god, it was so fucking violent and dangerous.
Yeah. As
I've heard. Just like, oof.
Yeah, I mean,
it was fucking wild.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course the footage of the Germs.
Oh yeah.
And Darby Crash can't sing into the microphone.
No.
Yeah.
I think we made a joke about it before. Just like they talking about this part where it's just like, yeah, we tried, gluing the mic to his lip.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the manager says, like, it's like almost as if the mic is the enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, the famous line, "Give me a beer."
Yeah, yeah, beer.
Just like Darby fucking pestering the crowd to give him a beer.
Yeah. I gotta say, seeing that footage, like, I'm not surprised that what happened to Darby happened. Because it was a fucking train wreck waiting to happen. I mean, Jesus.
For a lot of people, it didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Honestly. A lot of with the drugs and all that shit.
Yes.
A lot of people, some people survived that era, some people didn't.
Yeah. Honestly, the Darby Crash portion might be the most historically significant part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's footage of him right, like, a year before he died.
Yeah.
And that's, there wasn't a lot of that.
Ah.
So, yeah.
And, see, what other notable moments did we have? I like the thing which they covered this this punk fanzine called Slash Magazine. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
This French guy who also has his new wave band.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want it to be called new wave.
Yeah,
and honestly, I wouldn't really call it new wave. What he was doing, sure, it has like a lot of electronic synth stuff, but it reminded me a lot of like the synth funk we have today.
Yeah,
it's a lot rawer, and than what would actually be called like new wave, like fucking Blondie or something.
Yeah, but yeah. It's fun shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So if you wanna fucking see just how it was back then, the chaos and the violence and just the fucking, oh my god, the unapologetic, just absolute fucking offensiveness of it.
Yeah.
Just like, oof.
It's amazing. That movie didn't cover like half of it, because like the other half was the police would constantly hassle them.
Oh yeah, they didn't talk a lot about the police parts of the hardcore punk scene back then. I don't think it had like gotten quite as bad yet. No, it was maybe like I think like a little further into it. A little further into it, the LAPD cracked down on punks hard. Yeah. And when I say that, police brutality. Yeah. They literally like... There's a famous youth brigade show that happened. They did what they exploited. Yeah. That turned into a riot. Yeah. And part of the reason for that is not because of the show or anything the punks did. No, it's because the entire LAPD decided to show up with the entire force, just staying outside of the venue, waiting for something to happen, waiting for an excuse. Yep. If you know what I mean. Of course. And yeah. What am I talking about? There's a very notable part in the movie where the Black Flag talks about how they were hassled by police, and that's why they wrote a song called Revenge. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's... Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, funny movie. Watch the thing.
Yes.
5 minutes. Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
What? And after that, what will we watch after that? I can't remember exactly. We watched. Oh yeah, the Beatles. Help.
Yeah. Accurate title. Help. It's like. It feels like Monty Python on bath salts.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh my god, that movie was so fucking weird.
Hyper. I don't.
Hyper. That's a good description.
It has such insane coming every 5 seconds there's a new prop, whatever. But also, and then it has like boy band era Beatles songs.
Yeah, that too.
There. And it's like this doesn't feel like it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's amazing. And apparently, I learned this recently. I think Terry Gilliam of Monty Python did work on that movie.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting.
I'm just gonna describe one of the jokes in this. His they're in the Alps.
Yeah.
And they're playing curling, and there's these two so the whole story about the fucking movie is Ringo somehow gets his hands on a fucking a special ring. A special ring that is used for this one,
sacrifices.
It's like a sacrificial ring for this one, fucking group of people.
Yeah.
This
foreign culture.
Foreign culture.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is them trying to get the ring back.
Yeah, exactly.
And at some point, they fucking show the ring to these scientists. And then they are we're gonna take the ring and then we're gonna rule the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So they start chasing them too.
Yeah.
And and then at some point they go to the Alps.
Yeah, for no reason.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Maybe they just want a vacation in the Alps. I think that's probably it.
Probably.
Yeah. But yes, and there's this part where they're playing curling.
Yeah.
And one of the scientists that are chasing them has replaced one of the curling things with a bomb.
Yeah.
And they throw it. Throw it?
Yeah.
And it explodes. And there's this little hole of, icy water. And this fucking swimmer, this Olympic fucking swimmer, comes out of the water and is like, is this the White Cliffs of Dover? And they just point no, that way.
And they point right direction. And then he starts swimming off. But that's not the weirdest part. The weirdest part, he comes back later in the movie.
At the end of the movie,
he's on
there's this big fucking fight scene on a beach. And he just swims onto the shore. And just
hello.
It's just the Beatles just no, that way. Again. What the fuck?
It's if you like insane, wacky, olden comedies, you should definitely watch that.
It's a wild fucking ride.
Yeah. One interesting tidbit about that movie is that it actually during the restaurant scene with the funny Indian band or whatever. That's actually the first time George Harrison ever heard Indian music.
Wow.
And that's why he started to experiment with that.
Huh.
So that's the thing. Thank you. But actually, I'm gonna be honest. I forgot that the album "Help" itself isn't that good of an album because, listen, my opinion on the Beatles is that their boy band days, they're supremely well written pop songs, but at the end of the day,
they're not very interesting.
They're
lyric wise.
Yeah. I mean, So
it's mainly a lot of nearly every song just boils down to I want a girl.
Yeah. Hello, girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it makes me sad that most of the Beatles movies weren't made during their golden period. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I do like that Beatles movie called Let It Be, where they literally just document their life for 6 months, and it's literally just them breaking up on camera.
Damn.
It's a funny movie. Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's the thing.
So yeah, that's the movie thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. And now we're going to go into the music talk.
Yes, we did yet another music exchange.
Yes, we did like we did last time.
Yes.
We did it again.
Yeah.
Because we felt like it.
Yes. Okay. How should we do this?
I think we should start with the album that I gave you.
Yes. Kumbel, what album have you given me?
Well, I gave Love. I knew I wanted to give Love a Rancid album.
Yeah.
Originally, it's goddamn, I wish I never mentioned Life Won't Wait for this on Power to Palz because I would have given you that. How do you talk about it? But I don't want to repeat albums we already talked about necessarily. But instead, I give you the second best thing.
Yeah.
And that would be Rancid's most popular album.
Yeah.
And Out Come the Wolves.
Yes. How come the wolves?
Yes.
And yeah, let me tell you, it's a motivational punk album. You know, it's the kind of punk that gets you going.
That's Rancid in general a lot of the time.
Yeah, what's it called? I like the vocalist man, Funny Tim
yeah.
Armstrong. I like the song. It's very it's some very what would I say? It's just good punk.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and it has some ska elements here and there.
Yeah, of course.
Got some little things, and you know, it's got the good punku lyrics.
Yeah.
I heard some of them, and they were like, yeah, that's good. But yeah, what do I want to say?
I think one of the most notable things that I would like to point out is, you know, Matt Freeman's bass.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, goddamn, he's so fucking good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has a very interesting structure because it's basically like an album where like I would say basically every song is 2 minutes long and there's like 20 of them. So it's like and it's a very nice punko album.
Yeah. The thing I always liked about Rancid is like they came out at around the time where, you know, 90s punk started. Like, and beside them would be a lot of other like more melodic punk stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Green Day.
Yeah.
And I always liked that Rancid, you know, yes, they have some melodic elements to it, but it feels more raw than others. Because they take a lot of influence from, you know, like some of the hardcore stuff, a lot of the oi stuff, you know, English shit. And also, you know, early two-tone ska, which makes this really like, have some melodic stuff to it, but still pretty real, you know.
Yeah. Rancid isn't pop punk, and
nah, exactly. It's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I want to hear more nice '90s punk because I like that. It was very nice.
Yeah. What do you say? Do you have a favorite song on that album?
Let's see here. I'm trying to think here.
I can start saying what my favorite songs on that album would be.
Yeah.
I always been a big fan of Yankee Man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fucking good one. And of course, Journey to the End of the East Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also really like War's End.
Yeah.
Just pretty good.
Honestly, listening to that album, it's one of those things where like a lot of the songs blend together for me, but in the kind
Rancid can do that sometimes with other albums.
But
that's why I was so upset. It's like, if I gave you Life Won't Wait.
Yeah.
Because it does. You need to listen to that album.
Yeah.
Because that one is a little more Sandinista, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do remember liking it.
Yeah, it's fucking good. Yeah. And now, let's talk about the album I got from you.
The album I gave Kumbo was none other than the Apostrophe by Frank Zappa, which might be it was his first semi-commercially successful album. And who knows why, but yeah. Kumbo, how did you feel about this album here?
I'm gonna tell you, love.
Yeah?
I absolutely fucking adore it.
Oh, good.
I really fucking liked it.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Like as I listened to it,
yeah,
I was just like, dude, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's so fucking good.
it's a very interesting kind of music.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow, this is fucking this is cool.
Yeah. One thing that album definitely has a lot of is its personality. You know.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of comedy too.
Yeah, it's funny because like most of the album is just like made up bullshit, and like there are a few like I don't know. One would say like more politically motivated songs, but I don't know. My favorite parts of the album personally are like the what would I say, the fucking hyper insane, like really well put together, layered, like I don't know, wacky hyper compositions like St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I really like the little solo in that. Yeah, but
one thing I definitely liked about it is just like the genres of music being all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it's all over.
Like for example on what's that song called? It's the one about the psychics.
Oh, it's Cosmic Debris.
Yes, I love it. It's like it has this whole like soul funk thing to it.
Yeah.
And it's just like He just at some points he just goes like.
That's one of my favorite little musical ones from Frank Zappa. It's like, what are you doing with that kind of brain? Yeah, but yeah, and I one thing I've always liked about Frank Zappa is the mixture of light and dark, in the sense that his compositions are like, they're very like bright and upbeat, but at the same time he'll do this thing where he'll have like the very wacky like xylophones, and he'll have like these fucking dirty like, I don't know, sex sounding guitar solos over it. Like they just sound like, I don't know, something. I'm curious to hear your opinion on a few of the songs. I'm just gonna ask a few individual ones. What did you think of the title track, Apostrophe, the one where Tim jamming with Jimi Hendrix backing band?
Oh, I really fucking like that.
Yeah.
It was really fucking jamming.
Yeah, it's pretty jamming shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
no, it was fucking good.
I guess if
it's like, I really like that kind of like as someone who usually listens to punk stuff, it's like, I can still, jive with like some just straight up song that's just guitar jamming. Yeah. Although maybe not like songs, other Zappa songs like, for example, the Shake Your Bite Tango.
Oh, the Shake Your Booty Tango. Yeah, I mean, the one thing about the Shake Your Booty out for me is that, like, I think it's like the album itself, I think it is a masterpiece with a few songs that maybe didn't need to be in. But whatever. Yeah,
by the way, speaking of that, I have a surprise for you, love.
Yeah.
Right after I listened to that album, I listened to the Shake.
I'm glad you listened to that album.
Because I was like, I want to listen to more Zappa. So I picked that one.
I'm so glad you listened to that one, because I was going to recommend that one to you. Because, like, that album is so bizarre, and that, like, it's sort of like, he adopted a few different musical trends at the time into his music.
One thing I definitely noticed is some of the earlier like hard rock metal stuff, like some Deep Purple influences in that album, definitely. And some of influences, and also like in songs like Broken Hearts Are for Assholes and I'm So Cute, kind of making fun of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I like, the whole jamming session and stuff of, Apostrophe.
Yeah.
But songs like but other stuff like, the Shake Your Bite Tango and fucking Yo Mama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's stuff I'm just like, can't get a little bored.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I get that. What else was I gonna say? It's funny, because most of the Apostrophe album came together in such a weird way, because like most of that album is just shit he made up. Like, it's not even like, most of it isn't even based on anything. Like, there's
like Stinkfoot.
Yeah, Stinkfoot is like, it's funny because he mentioned something in that song. Like, the thing with Zappa is there's so many in jokes within his shit that, like, if you're like a really deep Zappa fan, make a lot of sense. Like, he mentions the conceptual continuity in that song. And that's actually,
as in the dog talking to his owner about that. What the fuck?
Yeah, but the conceptual continuity is just like, it's basically the Zappa version of a cinematic universe where like, all of his songs take place within the same, like, strange universe he's created, and so sometimes he just adds lore to it. I don't know. It's very strange. That's the thing. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm really glad you liked it.
Yeah, no.
I was actually wondering if you would like it. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm actually surprised at myself that I did like it. Yeah. Like, I'm probably gonna start listening to more Zappa now.
I can, if I had to recommend anything, I'd say there's an album from the very year before called Overnight Sensation, which was originally going to be a double album with Apostrophe.
Oh, okay.
So that could be cool. Yeah. But, that's the music talking, buddy.
Yes. The music talk. We only talk about punk rock and Frank Zappa.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
It was one heck of an episode.
That was the heck episode.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna head off now, everybody.
And we're gonna make some fucking mojitos and pina coladas.
Exactly. Make some pina coladas.
Gonna get wasted.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.